But the second brand I also use is actually a brand from Firstly, I said it wrong. Secondly, I was about to say AliExpress, but it's not AliExpress, it's actually Amazon. Hello you beautiful humans, I hope you guys are all doing well. Side note, if you hear someone screaming in the background, it is my little brother Pasoma. He's actually singing to himself. If you're a returning subscriber of my channel, you know that I do have a little brother that's autistic, and that is Pasoma. And if you are a new subscriber, then I'm hoping by the end of this video it will convince you to subscribe to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I did my lovely passion twist. I believe these are called passion twist or goddess twist. There are so many names for these new hairstyles, I really can't keep up with them, but yeah, I would call these passion twists. So I'm going to show you guys how I did them, because all the tutorials that I've seen online, I personally haven't seen one that I could follow really well. I just sort of used technique that I have used with previous hairstyles to get this one. I'm specifically going to be showing you guys how I grip the roots, twist and all that good stuff, and I'll show you two different methods. The first method I'm going to show you is the wraparound or knot method. This is actually the first method I actually learned to do when it came to doing extensions, and I hadn't done it for years and I just sort of left it to the side, but I decided to try it on this hairstyle, and I think it works well because for these sort of twists, the hair that you use is very silky, meaning that you want to get a very good grip. I recently found out that my hair texture is actually not 4C, which I always thought it was. It's apparently 4A, I think, which is like, it's still coarse, but it's a softer type of coarseness. So this method works well for me, and I've also done it on one of my friends who also has a similar hair texture. So in terms of the hair extensions that you need, I would call this water wave. So the one that I use, well, there's two types I use. The first is by a brand called Cherish, and this is called their Bohemian braid in the length 20, and I did it in the color 2. This is actually made for crochet. It was £6 a packet, which I personally think is a bit expensive, but it's because I had to buy this from a store that's near my house, and I live just outside of London. I'm sure if you live in London, specifically East London, you can probably get this or something similar for a lot cheaper. You also have a Janet collection version as well. As long as it's a water wave or Bohemian type wave, you'll be good to go. But the second brand I also use is actually a brand from Firstly, I said it wrong. Secondly, I was about to say AliExpress, but it's not AliExpress, it's actually Amazon. So I had only got 6 packets of this, and I thought I might run out because I like my hair to be very, very full. So I decided to get some extra ones, and the only place that I could find that could give me next day delivery was on Amazon, and this is the hair packets I got. Personally, I'll let you know now, I actually prefer the Amazon one, and the reason for that is because of the texture of the Amazon one. So this is what the Cherish looks like, and it is a very, very silky texture. Think Caucasian hair but with a bit of a curl, so you have to make sure that your grip is really, really good, or else this will just slide off your hair. And then this is the texture of the one I bought off Amazon. As you guys can see, it's a bit more coarse. It has a sort of a kink to it. Think Expression but curled. So I preferred this because it just gripped the hair a bit better and made it easier to braid, and it also made the braids bigger as well, which added to the volume that I wanted. So I will leave links to both in the description bar below, and you can pick whichever one you want to use. Personally, for me, I would say either use the one from Amazon, or if you do want to use the Bohemian braid from Cherish, because it does have a nice silky texture, and I'd say when it locks really nicely. This sort of loses its shine very quickly and has it looking a bit more like faux locks. So it just depends on what you want to do. For some of my braids, I mix the two together, or for most, I used just the Amazon one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take out one of these. I'm going to take this one out because, as you can see, my natural hair is actually poking out, so I've been meaning to re-twist this anyway. One thing about these twists, so I've had mine in for about 2 weeks now, and after about a week or so, they start to sort of mat together. So if you guys can see, they've sort of matted together. So when it comes to taking them out, you just have to rip them apart. This is one of the lightest hairstyles, as in, even though I have a lot in because I like my hair to be full, I literally don't feel like there's anything on my head. So in terms of the twisting process, apart from your hair, what else you're going to need is some Eco Styler gel. I know some people don't like to use this gel for some reason because I think there's some sort of madness around it. You can also use the Got to Be Ultra Hold styling gel for edges, but this is in the black version. Please use a black version. Do not use the white version that people usually use to lay down their wigs, because that will leave a residue on your hair. This doesn't leave a residue, and this is actually what I use to slick down my baby hairs or like my leave out hair, and it's also very easy to take out as well. Okay, so in terms of size, I have a variety of sizes in my hair. You'll see this one is a bit thicker. You also see this one at the front is a bit thinner, because what I did is, like I said, I would mix one strand of this, so this is the Amazon one, with half a strand of the Cherish one, or if I wanted them to be thicker, I would mix a whole strand and a whole strand together, or if I wanted them to be really thick, I would mix 2 strands of the Amazon ones. The Amazon strands are also a lot thicker than the Cherish strands, as you can see. So those are the 3 different ways I did it. Like I said, just depends up to you. In terms of separating the strands, just start at the top, nail through, and literally pull. Don't worry if you get any knots or anything like that, because this just helps in, number 1, braiding your hair, and number 2, gripping the hair as well. So I've got a knot there, just pull it apart. Bit of knotting and detangling hair. You're basically feathering the hair, but a lot more quicker than if you were using expression. This is what I did. I would just stack one, leave a bit there, stack the second one, and then because this is the front of my hair and it's a smaller part, I'm only going to use 1 strand of the Amazon one and then half a strand of the Cherish one. Similar thing with the Cherish one, just break them apart. Once again, just stack again, and this is how I got the length. I'll show you how long my hair is at the end of this video. So the first method I'm going to show you is the wraparound method, and then I'll pull out another one and I'll show you the twist from the root method, which is actually a method that I used in one of my videos. I think it was in my kinky or Havana twist video. So after you've separated and stacked, you want to take a tiny bit of gel, just this much, nothing too much, and just spread it across the middle section. Keep on spreading it until it gets like sort of tacky. Hold the hair in one hand with your thumb. When you're doing the front, place this at the back of the hair. So this would be considered the front near your face. Place it at the back of the hair, and then lock this hair between this finger and your 3rd finger, like so. And then this finger is now free, and you just twist around. So you can either choose to twist around once. I usually twist around once if I'm doing someone that has a bit of a silky hair texture than me. But if you're twisting around once, you just make sure that you lock it really well. But because I have a bit more coarse hair, I twist around twice, and then from here you will start to braid. So just feed that hair across and start to braid, just like you would do braid. And what you'll start to see is, because the hair is curly, sometimes you might get some snags, and that's fine as well. That just, the great thing about this hairstyle is that it's meant to be messy, and because it's meant to be messy, it's number 1 really quick, and number 2, you don't have to worry about technique too much because it doesn't have to be perfect, which is amazing. So this is how much I braid. It looks like a lot, but when I start twisting, some of this is actually going to unravel, so that's why you braid a bit longer. When I'm happy with how much I've braided, I make sure that my hair is in the middle of the 2. I split my hair in to add a bit more gel, just a tiny bit again, and then start to twist. And when you're twisting, you twist the actual hair and then you twist around. This once again just helps make sure that the hair is locked in and avoids your hair slipping out. And it's also like an extra protective method, because if for instance you haven't wrapped really tightly, this will make sure that at least your twists are tight, not tight because they're gonna loosen up, but it means when they loosen up, your hair is actually, this whole twisting, you're rubbing your natural hair into the braids and locking it in, so that your sort of hair is like connected to the braid in some way. I hope I'm explaining it right, but it just helps in making sure that your braid doesn't fall out basically. So twist to the opposite direction that you're going to twist to, and just continue doing that all the way down. Opposite direction, twist, and then twist again, and just keep on doing it. And because I've been doing this for years, it just sort of comes as like second nature to me. And as you go down, just add a bit of gel whenever you feel like it, just to keep your hands tacky. Once again, just helps with the twists and all that good stuff really. And when you get to the ends, I know some people knot, I decide not to knot. Like I said, after a week or so the hair will start to knot on itself. Just make sure you twist really well. Get some more gel. All I'm doing is just getting the gel and twisting the ends around my finger, and there you have it. This is what the end looks like, and this is what the twist looks like. Remember what I said, that they start to unravel a bit, but as you see here, it's a bit more tightly twisted. Now I'm going to show you guys how you do the twist from the root method. So I've just unraveled the hair. So with this method, what you want to do is take your hair and split it in to 2, and then get your hair separated and stacked, and also with the gel at the top. You're gonna place the hair in the middle of where you parted it. Hold on to one section, take your this finger and put it in the middle, and while that is there, you're gonna twist the other side around and just keep on twisting. Then hold it, and then the other side you twist in the opposite direction. So for instance, if you twisted clockwise this way, you twist anti-clockwise this way. So once you've twisted them like this, then now twist them around each other in the opposite direction, and continue to twist down using the same method I said to you guys previously, which is the twist in the opposite direction and then twist around. So I'm at the end now, and just do what I did last time. Get some gel, twist them around, and you're good to go. And this is what this method will look like. So this is the one I just did now. The other reason why I say I prefer the knotted method is if you're not an experienced braider, when you're doing the root method, it is very easy when you're using this silky texture to not grip. Like, you have to have your grip very well, or else your hair can slide off, especially if you have that less coarse natural hair, or if you have relaxed hair. But if you have natural hair, you can also do the root method, because I do feel like as well the twist from the root method does somewhat make it look like the twist is coming directly from your root and from your scalp if you have the correct hair color. But yeah, I just did the wraparound method because I liked it and it was pretty quick. Well, on myself it took a bit longer. It took me about 6 to 7 hours, but I've done this for my friend as well, and it only took us about 5 hours, but that's because she had less twists. I have quite a lot of twists, but as I said before, it's because I like my hair to be very full. So this is how my hair looks. In terms of length, they come all the way, like literally just past my bum. I would say at the bottom of my bum is where they stop, because I also wanted them to be pretty long as well, because I like long hair. So that is why. And then the last thing you want to do is add some mousse. So I'm using this mousse, which is from Cherish Hair, and this is their foam wrap set lotion. I love this so much, and this smells so good. I remember when I was doing this hairstyle for my friend, she was like, oh my god, what is that? Because it smells so good. And just run that through your hair. Start at the roots and then go all the way down to the ends. And I also do this like once a week. I love this hairstyle on me so much. It is so light but gives me the fullness that I need. And that is the end of the tutorial, guys. I love the fact that it's light, but I can still get the fullness that I want. And the hair is very soft as well. It doesn't scratch you or anything like faux locks do. I would definitely recommend you trying this out. If you do try it out and you use this tutorial, please do tag me in your photos on Instagram or Twitter, or even here on YouTube. I would love to see how you guys create it as well. I hope this video was helpful, and like I said, if you're new to my channel and this is the first video from me that you're watching, you've got to the end of this video, you might as well subscribe, because I think you like me by now, and make sure you have your post notifications turned on for me so that you never miss an upload. I hope you guys have a good morning, evening, afternoon, or whatever time you're watching this video, and I'll see you all in my next video. Oh, actually before that, if you like this video, I think you might like this one here, or possibly this video here. Click on either of those and let me continue to entertain you. Like I said before, I hope you have a good morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time you're watching this video, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys.